Hi guys, it's Mark from POND.college, your trusted resource in the UK for ponds and water features. And today, again, classic British weather, foggy, but that's not a problem for me. What we're going to do here is, you can see this pond has got quite a lot of duckweed on the top. There's a lot of fish in this pond. Normally they would be able to eat this duckweed, or this duckweed wouldn't build up to this amount. Basically, the reason why it's built up so much is there's a net on here, and it basically stops the fish from getting to the actual duckweed itself. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to do a full service on this pond, and we're going to remove a lot of the duckweed and cut down a lot of the plants and basically give it a real good tidy up. So let me take 2 minutes and I'll show you what we're doing. That was a quick 2 minutes, wasn't it? It actually took me about an hour to remove this net. What had happened is the plants had all grown through it and basically had dragged the net down. So actually I had to resort to cutting the net out in the end, which is an absolute nightmare. So certainly it's a case of what we've done is we've basically removed as much duckweed as possible. We've removed the net so we can actually get in and do the full drain and clean. Next step is to start pumping out into a holding vat. So now we've got all the pond water in the holding vat. What we're actually doing is we're only holding water in here, allowing the suspended solids to actually settle out on the floor of the vat, so none of that fine stuff goes back into the pond. It's double filtered, so we keep all of the water out of the pond. The fish are in the tank here, and basically again it's a case of we keep them in pond water at all times. Most of that pond water will actually be discarded because it's still got quite a lot of waste in there, because the fish keep it all agitated. So all of this water will go back into the pond now. As you can see, we've cleaned the pond, and we've got everything out of there. And I actually started filling the pond back because I was too keen before taking this video. So now what we'll do is we'll pump all of the water back into the pond, and basically it's a case of we're not going to put the net back on, but I'll explain that later on. It's basically a case of it's going to be much better to maintain this pond without the net, and the fish will be able to get to the duckweed, and the clients will be able to enjoy the pond a lot more than having a net that becomes more of a problem in this case, in this pond, this scenario. So the next step now is to put all the water back in, and then the fish. We've actually got about 10 buckets of silt out of the bottom of the pond, and lots of duckweed. So we're still going to filter the water. As you can see on the vat, there's no duckweed. So we actually filter everything, and but there will be still duckweed in the plants, in the roots. You know, we're going to take off as much as we possibly can. We'll actually wash all the sides down. That's what I've basically done now. You might be able to see a bit of duckweed in the bottom there. I'll wash all the sides down, get the duckweed back into the hole, and then you can net it out easier. But we'll just carry on, and then without putting the net back on, we'll allow the fish to actually eat the duckweed. So as you can see, the pond is now full, and we're just ready to put the fish back in. Lovely blue orf, goldfish, sarassa comets, you name it, it's in this pond. Check this out, folks. Happy days. There you go, one finished pond clean. All the fish are back in, hardly any duckweed left. The fish can eat the duckweed because there's no nuisance of a net. All the oxygenating weed, the pumps are running smoothly. We've serviced all the pumps and the filtration system, ready for another year.